link so you can share it and all that stuff. And boom. And here you go.
Boom it.
Right there. Right there. And I just put it right here. Ah, there it is. Make sure everything is live and right there. Just make sure, because there's always something.
Yep, I'm jumping in.
This is the best Sonic game, by the way. And hello, people. And yep, I believe we are live. And yes, we are. Yes, we are. We are live. And we are playing one of the best Sonic games that came out, and it wasn't made by Sonic Team. And
Made by the fans.
Exactly.
You know what to do.
Let's see. I already played, beat this game many a times. Yada yada yada.
I'll share this out real quick.
Okay. Let's see. There's encore mode. I already did that. See, I always look at this. I love the animations here. So this is what you know the people really cared. Got the animations, all the stuff here, options, Tails with this giant ass. But yeah, everything is right here. Mania mode. Yes, this is. This reminds me of something. Seriously, this is what's it? Sonic. The Sonic 3. Truly the high point of the Sonic universe and such. So let's get this started, and let's see. Right here. Of course, we start in the Green Hill Zone because, of course, we are.
Are you continuing one you've already played, or is this brand new?
This is continuing what I play because I don't want to be like get like Supersonic or whatever. You know, like I like playing with Supersonic here, and it's fun to play with that instead of looking for every goddamn like super secret ring and everything. So, and by the way, my cat is just acting like a crazy person now, just trying to make sure, like, oh, you know, rubbing up and down. I'm going to feed you, Huey, don't worry. But he doesn't care. But yeah, this, seriously, everyone who made this game just did one heck of a job. And just see how much love they had for it. And the music and the remake. Oh no, my rings. All the rings. Dang it. And this little thing here. Protect me a bit. Oh. Let's see. Oh, yes, the blue spears.
One thing I always notice with all the Sonic games is level 1's always Green Hill.
Because they have no idea how to
start a fresh Sonic game off.
Well, every time they try to do something new, you get Sonic 06, and well,
we know what happened then.
Yes, bestiality for the win.
And goodbye, Twitch.
Gosh. This is the. I love these. I love them, but man, these are. When it starts speeding up.
Like you got this mastered.
Yeah, I got it mastered a bit, but it starts to. I hate it when it starts getting faster. It gets faster, and then boom, this one little red ball comes right next to you. And it doesn't help my cat's just like headbutting my knee right now.
You got a lucky cat because you made it further in this than I ever have. Jesus, this thing just gives me such a horrible headache. I can't even think.
Oh dear. Oh.
Kuna, how's it going?
Nope.
Have you guys seen the Sonic 30th edition or 30th anniversary stream concert?
It was actually really fun. And I actually thought that was probably one of the best things Sega did with Sonic since this game. Because honestly, that's the one thing Sonic has had: music. I would say that comfortably. It had more. It's better music than anything Mario. I mean, I like Mario, but really, I mean, Sonic has that over. Oh no! I didn't want to go ahead. Stop that. Oh, this is getting a little. Nope.
Too hectic.
Nope. No. Come on, jump. No, I didn't mean to.
You're never gonna make it.
Come on, get back here. No. Yes! Got it.
Even if the game is shit, yeah.
Ah!
I was never a huge Sonic fan. I've never been a fan of the Sonic games for the most part. This one I do like just because it's different and interesting, and they kind of fix some of the issues that I had with Sonic.
It does.
Not all of them, but enough of them.
Yes, it does, and a little bit of Supersonic. The one thing I just love about, and with the music, by the way, like I said, they really did just probably the best job for this game. It's just like, I think Tilo and everything, they did one heck of a job with the music here. Everything seems on point. Alright, and stupid thing. Alright. Let's see. Let's see this time. Maybe I'll get this one. By the way, these ones, bonus levels. They get you like special stuff, actually. If you get perfect, you get like different, stuff to play around the options. Okay. Okay.
I go in to log into Twitch, and I notice that the Twitch dots are back. What the heck?
They never left.
Really?
No, I mean
I think they got kicked off for doing all their stupid ear licking and hot tub videos.
No. They're still there. They just sit back and they lie in the cut and they're like, wait, like, don't worry. It's like the OnlyFans thing. Believe you me, they're not gonna get rid of all of the they're not gonna get rid of them. They're just gonna put them in a little corner or whatever. And say,
that's actually, they should just make Twitch.xxx. Just make a triple X Twitch. I mean, why not at this point, right?
Well, it's one way to get, like, they want, because that would take effort. They don't want that.
Be like chatterbait, that's their deal.
Hey, that's what I say. I'm like, go ahead, make your money, do all that type of stuff. But I'm like, but don't say it's like what OnlyFans say. Oh, the reason why people go to OnlyFans is because they want to promote the music and everything. Bullshit. No, they're not going there for yoga and everything else.
Yeah, did you hear that the guy who created OnlyFans is actually trying to clean up OnlyFans?
Yeah, because
suicide.
It's basically Tumblr over again, but now it's because of that. They're looking like any type of like sex trafficking or whatever. They're like, if anything that comes to your website that looks looks like that, like, you're done. They don't want to mess anything around. So they're like, screw it, hit the nuclear option. So if it has any bit of sex on it, delete it. Nope, and I'm dead. Oh, I got some of those things. That's cool.
That's me.
Oh yeah. And by the way, hello, Kuna. Didn't mean to not ignore you. I'm playing this because that's one thing about Sonic is that you gotta keep it. And there it is. All my rings are gone. And you got to keep yourself on the thing because you never know when what other thing's gonna pop off or whatever in these type of games. This reminds me so much of of Sonic 3. I remember playing this as a kid, and I was like, dang, this is probably the best bonus level. And like, dang, they really nailed it. And I like the fact that they continue with this. I'm like if you're doing 2D Sonic, this is pretty much what the best, the best way to do bonus rounds is this. And also, what I love about this is that you could do this on like the original. It was like the original Genesis and such. This was like the whole 3D aesthetic. I was like, man, that is so impressive. Oop. Jump. Nope. Oh, nope. And there it goes. And there I go again. Let's see. Fire. Let's see. Oh no! Oh, that's just beautiful. You can actually set these things on fire. That's why I really wish they didn't.
Well, it's these little touches that make this game like the best Sonic of all time, or I guess maybe I won't say all time. People will debate that, but this is certainly the best Sonic of recent memory.
Yes, it is.
You get to like the was it casino stage or is it the television stage?
Oh, the television stage. That was that's like
that was insane.
Yes, and I'm just like, why? And I'm like, why can't they make these games anymore? That is, something that's fun, but also like, you know what? They know what they're doing. They're actually like, okay, this is what these it's coherent. It's consistently it's consistent because most of the Sonic games they're not consistent. They don't stick with one plan. They just say, okay, we're gonna do this random thing here. It's just like, I'm like, what are you doing? You had a perfect thing here. Why are you changing it every single time? That's what the main problem with modern Sonic is, that it changes every 5 seconds. Because it's like, oh, we find a good thing here. Nope, we gotta switch it up. Hey, we got a nice thing on Sonic Colors. Nope, we gotta switch it up with Lost World. We gotta do all this other stuff. Okay, we did some stuff along with, screw it, Sonic Boom, and all this glitchy glory and everything. I'm like, and there it is. I like the fact that the I think was it the Sonic 2 final boss is now basically the boss in the and the in Green Hill. That was beautiful. But yeah, like, what happened? Why can't Sonic games be consistent? Instead of just being random chaos. Like, all right, okay, we have a dartboard. What's going to be the main theme of Sonic here? Screw it. We're just going to do this. Why? Because fuck it. The dartboard tells us to. Alright, ugh. Hey, what's up, Headbanger? How you doing?
What up?
Yeah, the bonus level of Sonic 3 always... Yeah, it does. And there it is. Let's see what else is happening. Well, this is the nice thing to do because it's nice to be nice in a nice cold, because it's like over 90 degrees around my way today. It's like it's like 96 degrees outside right now, and I've seen over like in the Pacific Northwest, it's like over 100, which is like, what in the world is going on? Like, what's going on? It's just like everything is just like truly, like everything's like about to melt and such. It's even worse over in New York, which I'm going to be going up there in the next couple days. Oh, there it goes. Let me just...
Oh, I'm so sorry for you.
But yeah, I'm going to be in New
At
York.
least you're not going to California like Tyra, so.
Oh, yeah. I feel bad. I like, it's the old saying, California is nice to visit, but you wouldn't want to live there.
Depends on where.
Mm.
Apparently, California says that you're not even allowed to leave California now.
Well,
They say that California says there's 5 states that people are not allowed to visit, and it's like, really?
yeah, you can't leave. Like, yeah, so it's legitimately California has become Hotel California now. You can check out anytime you want, but you can never leave. Shame.
That's exactly it. They're saying that you can't go to some of these COVID mask whatever states, like California, not California, Florida, and I think possibly Texas, and I don't know what the other 3 are though. But they're like, yeah, people in California are not allowed to go to these states, and it's like it's a bit dystopian for being in the states.
Yeah, that's not freak. That's not gonna freakish at all. That's completely normal. Oh, hey, Huey. What are you doing here? Trying to... It's not time to feed you yet. Of course, he just like... That's why Cat just wants to be fed every 5 minutes. Yeah, just... I like everyone keep cool and be safe, because, it is not fun to get, like, heat stroke and such. It is not. Because I've been there. I worked in landscaping. It is not fun, and it's not like working in this type of heat is not fun. You work in this type of heat, like, and 40 minutes later, you're already like knocked out. You're already knocked out for the day. So just keep yourself cool. Nope, I don't want to drown. And there I go. Into the pink goo. But yeah, keep yourself cool, people. Keep yourself cool and everything. Because it is not to be messed around with. Then again, I still see people running out there with like, and there I go, dead again. Streaming curse. That's all it is. Oh, wow. It is 114 degrees where the, Headbanger. I know he's like in New Jersey, so that's, he's like, wow. It is that bad in New York, so keep yourself cool, people. Then again, over in the Pacific Northwest, I heard it's like around 115. Just basically, hell on earth. Which is, not a good place to be. Oh. And there you go. So you don't go too fast. Gotta go slow. And got it. Get that last statement. Now I can go fast. Oh, jump. By the way, have you played as any of the other characters in this game yet? Because I played them all. Played them as Mighty.
No, I've only played Sonic a bit. I'm not a big fan of Tails, and I do need to play Knuckles, but I also got the 2 extra characters that were only in the comic book, I think.
No. Actually, they were in the main games. Actually, they were, but they're just old school. Oh yeah. And yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah, the flying squirrel and the armadillo.
But yeah, boy, up, and I'm dead. Dang it. But yeah, those characters are really old. In fact, I think they were in the first like Sonic arcade game. Mighty, that's his first appearance. Since then. I think it was a Sega Sonic arcade game, which Maybe if I can find a way to play that, because I think it's available.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know there was anything for Sonic.
Oh, there's some stuff there. It's very.
Yeah, I'm not be a huge Sonic fan.
But yeah, that's the old school stuff, man. No, get out.
I did like Generations. I thought that was pretty good.
Oh,
Kind
Generations
of
is
mix
fun.
and match of the best of both worlds.
Yeah, and only the good stuff from they made Sonic 06 look actually decent. They cut off all the stupid fluff in it, but which is not which is very I was happy for that. In fact, I played Sonic 06. Actually, I did. I actually played it when it first came out. I was at a GameStop. I played on it, and it's like, man, this game is so glitchy or something. I'm like, at least it's like the demo. I was like, nope, this is the full game. The GameStop employee said, like, this is the full game? Okay, then. And I just walked out of the store. And I was like, I knew this thing was not going to be good. Just walked out. And that was, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, why? I don't know why anyone thought that was going to be any good. Just, gosh, I didn't think they really would screw that up. But, man, that next gen, Sonic just never got over that whole next gen hump until maybe it Unleashed. And even then, I mean, who loves the Werehog, everybody? Who loved that Werehog segment? That that was terrible. And then, Sonic Colors, which is getting a remaster this year, which is cool, because I still play that game. I think I got, in fact, that's one of the games I got when I was at MagFest this year, which, last year, before everything went crazy and everything. But yeah, it was, that and the original, Red Steel. But yeah, Sonic getting these, Sonic actually getting, a remaster of Solid Colors that was just surprising. Like, I didn't know they were gonna remaster that. I was like, wow. Next thing you know, I'm like, they're gonna probably remaster. Oh. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised. In 2 years from now, they're gonna remaster Sonic 06. They can say this is gonna be the true version of Sonic 06 that was meant to be played, which is I just can't wait for that. In fact, I will say this: the only thing I'll say this thing about Sonic 06. The soundtrack is great. Go if you can. Go get the soundtrack of Sonic 06. There's some good songs in there. Anything else is just terrible. Because honestly, there's nothing good in that other than the soundtrack. Like I said here, it's like the only thing good about Sonic games, nope, is the soundtrack, which I think most people in the chat would agree. No, it did. Oh. By the way, I'm sorry not paying attention to the chat. It's because, again, Sonic, I have to keep myself all up here. Jump.
Especially this level. This level was fucking evil.
Huh. Yeah.
Those damn rotating blocks every single freaking time.
It's always that.
The room will flood and the blocks always keep you down.
That's the worst. Jump. And there it goes. Ah, man. You know what I can't wait to start doing again? Which I think my state, lovely state, Maryland, which is shaped like a gun for, and that's what it is.
For all the right reasons.
Yes. I'm gonna be able to go to movie theaters again, which is, it's especially in this type of summer, it is going to be like a godsend, because it's gonna be like oh gosh, summer is gonna be such a bitch this year. So I'm just gonna be sitting in the AC. I don't care what's gonna be in plan. I'm just gonna be sit back, and just watch a quick movie or whatever, and spend $10 for like free for free AC, which pretty much that's what movies were always meant to be. It's just a place you can just walk in to get some nice AC. I don't know what's even playing anymore. I think I think Black Widow is supposed to be playing in the next. I believe in the next. That's the next Marvel thing. Oh, right. That's the next big movie coming out. That and I believe what is it? Fast and the Furious, which supposedly like they're gonna do only 2 more, and that's it. Oh, now we. And speaking of some old school stuff, who wants to play some Mean Bean Machine? I think I have that. I think I have this on my SNES. Puyo Puyo. I think I have that. If you want me to stream that, people, because good puzzle games are great. And there we are. Alright. Double. Good. Alright. Alright. Good. Oh dear.
So Mean Bean Machine was, I thought, so it's basically just Tetris-ish thing.
Yeah.
Of course, actually, what's more accurate? There's Tetris, which the blocks kind of stay in place.
This is Puyo Puyo, if you remember.
Okay, Puyo Puyo.
Yeah, it's actually you can. I think there's a Puyo Puyo game for the that's on the Switch SNES online thing, which I need to get back into. Which there's some good stuff there, including like the original Legend of Zelda, which is really good. I need to get into. And there it goes. There's Robotnik.
Suck it, Robotnik.
But yeah, that's what it is. I'm gonna be there's a lot of good stuff, by the way, in the SNES. There's some good stuff there. Oh, here's the TV zone, baby. I love this one. And the music here is great. Nah, if there was going to be a Sonic Mania 2, my hope is that I want to see what they're going to do with the Casino Light Zone. Because imagine what they did here, but with this nice, the television and everything else, the 1990s, 80s, like aesthetic and everything, just pure brilliance. Love it.
It's very. You ever play Turtles in Time and you play that one level, Night Riders?
Oh yes, that's what it is.
Very 90s future. Well, 80s too, but 90s also.
Oh no, that's good.
Bill and Ted's bogus journey.
Yes.
Everyone's still dressed in 90s clothes except all the fucking colors are even more neon.
Yes, it's all. It is. That's what this type of dystopia. Oh, and just made it. Let's see if I actually can win this one just once. Let's see what type of, at least get like a little badge thing or something. But yeah. The only thing I am pissed though is that they took down the Mario Battle Royale. I hate when they did that, because that was one of the fun things to actually. Nope, that was a fun little game. That was fun. The Mario Battle Royale, and I'm like, of course they got rid of it. Which, Nintendo hates fun and hates. They just hate the fact that something that can make money and actually be you know, something that people want to continue to play through and everything. That's why, you know, I just don't get it. I don't know why Nintendo just, they sit there and, ooh, yeah, I love this one part here. Right through the television. But yeah, it's just, I just like, man, Nintendo could have had some really cool, you know, keep this whole thing going, but nope. And especially during the whole Metroid stuff, which I saw Metroid Dread. People were like, "Oh, how are we gonna get this story about Metroid Dread? That's so cool." It starts off with Metroid Fusion and everything. Which, by the way, the only time you can see Metroid give Metroid Fusion or Metroid, you know, that type of stuff, or you know, first mission. It's on the Wii U, which is the 5 people who actually own it, who still own the Wii U, including myself. They are straight downloading all of the all that Metroid and everything. They just straight downloaded it. They're like, oh, we gotta get just get caught up and everything, which is, you know, Nintendo could make some instant, you know, some easy cash if they just said, hey. You can have the GBA, all of it is on the Switch. You can put that right up on there, but of course they won't, because that, you know, that makes too much sense, and Nintendo will probably put all that stuff on the Switch probably in 2050, because they are just that type of. They're just like, they just are so late to the party of everything. Right, Huey?
I love this boss.
Me too. Oh, oh, nope. There you gotta. Oh. All right. Da, da, da. Jump. Oh dear.
This officially licensed fan game is miles ahead of everything Sega's ever done with Sonic.
Because they actually gave a damn and they just kept things consistent. When's the last time you could say that about a Sonic game? Is that it's actually consistent? You know, you look at all this stuff here. It's like, I mean, if you hate it or whatever, but at least it's like, man, it still plays the same majority of the time. So, oop, and I'm dead. Okay, relax a bit. Gotta play it for real. Make sure my cat's not distracting me. Oh dear. Now he's coming down. Now he's definitely about to just, you know, run up on me. All right. I believe it's gonna hit. Nope. Ah, takes out one of his dudes. That's good. Oh no, go up here. Multiple pathways. Come on. You know what this reminds me of? Funny enough. Oh, Beautiful Joe. If you remember the helicopter, you just had to just like hit the right type of like if you hit the right type of you know, a missile or something, or you make it like, you know, dodge or whatever, you could like, you know, have it take out the helicopter or whatever. Man, I need to go start playing that again. Or, you know, Capcom can actually get some good points and actually re-release it. You know, it'd be nice to have like Beautiful Joe, or, you know, let's see, Origami again, which I recently, you know, got a sweet deal on when the Nintendo Switch was having those sales and everything. I'm like, okay, now I can at least play Okami again on HD and everything. But it would be nice if they actually did that for Beautiful Joe instead of just forgetting about it. Yes, I am bitter. That game's supposed to have like a god thing. I just hate the fact that it didn't even get a chance to actually have finish his story. But that's not gonna happen anytime soon. Oh, come on, see what we can do up. Let's see what else. See if I can get this. Jump. Nope. No. Oh, and I. Okay. Well, at least there we go. Get some extra rings. Come on, let's see if I can get this done. Come on. Wait for it. Come on, let me see if I can get this. Jump. Alright. Yes! Gotcha! And well, give some extra rings. Thank you. And now, see if we finally can beat this boss, hopefully.
See, luckily this game is one of the... It's kind of like the Sonic game that kind of ironed out a lot of issues with the old Sonic games. Mm-hmm. I have a feeling that like the old Sonic games didn't know if they wanted to be a platformer or if they wanted to be speed games. I think there's too many slow plotting platform elements, and all of a sudden, you have these bits where basically the game masturbates and plays itself for half the level, where you spin, around loops and
yep. That's what it is. Inconsistent design, which that's what Sonic. Say what you want about Mario, everything's consistent, even the weird stuff like Mario and Rabbids. I mean, it's at the end of the day, that game is the reason why that works is because there's consistency there.
Yeah, the first time I saw Mario and Rabbids, I thought it was kind of a stupid idea, but apparently people really like it. So.
Oh, it is. I actually like last year, there was on sale on the Switch's store. I was like, let me get the platinum version. It was the gold version actually. Got the gold version, and I was like, let's see how it is. And I was impressed. It was XCOM level of... It was like the kid-friendly version of XCOM. That's what it was. And honestly, I had fun with it, and a lot of people seem to have fun with it as well. It was, I think it's one of the biggest, it got over 1 million, I believe it got over 1 million sold. So I think it was one of the biggest. Yeah, that's why it is. Oh, let's see. Alright. Let's see. 3, 2. Oh. Oh. Oh, boy. I got nothing. That's the problem. That's the problem with the lottery right there. It's always someone, you're never going to get a fair shake.
I will say, though, when I saw E3, the, Daisy Rabbit was freaking hilarious.
Yes.
The teenage-looking, can't give a shit. Can't believe, God, I gotta be here. Jeez, attitude. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, and by the way, we all know Nintendo won that E3, but
Oh yeah, for one of the rare times in recent memory, Nintendo's actually killed E3.
Because no one actually cared about. Everything was, and I'm still surprised about the Halo stuff, which, I don't know about you, but I'm surprised they didn't show anything for the Halo TV show, which, that's one of the main things, one of the crown jewels of the old Paramount, deal with, with the, Microsoft 343 Studios, all that type of stuff, and they're still doing the whole, Halo being there forever and everything, Halo Infinite and all that stuff, because Halo's going to be there forever. So, you would think they would show a little bit of the TV show stuff, but even then, I'm hearing that one of the showrunners was, they said they're not going to be, around. So, that show is I honestly think this show is cursed. I think it's cursed, man, because looking at the production history of that show is, you have to look and say, wow. It's just like you feel like that whole show was just snake bit. It's the entire The entire thing is just snake bit. And that's what the issues with a Halo franchise. Honestly, since Bungie, it's been snake bit. They haven't had a really good consistent game since probably Halo 3. Which is a shame, because I think Halo is a decent shooter and everything. It has the potential to be really good, you know, for movies and such. I still can't believe that, you know, Halo could have been like this huge big movie and everything else, and it was just completely sidetracked and we got like District 9 instead. Which I'm like, yeah, it's cool, but I'm like, I mean, I would have loved to see a Halo movie and such. It's a shame. And it's a shame that we never pretty much ever going to get a Halo movie or even a Halo. I don't think this TV series is even going to get a thing. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets canceled or something. Or just going to have only one season. Because I just don't see it actually being a huge success. Especially for Paramount. Could be wrong though. Because I have not heard any like big news about the entire Halo shows and everything. So I feel like they just got a lemon. They got like, there is like no hype for this Halo show. None. I feel like it has anti-hype. I mean, I haven't heard any positive thing about the Halo series. Anything. Not a.
Did you see that the previous reveal where they showed new Halo and it looked like absolute garbage?
Yeah. I think, I don't know. It's just like it seems like it's anti-hype. That's what it is. Halo has this anti-hype around it right now, and I don't know. It's just like, why would anybody be like so hyped for the entire franchise at that moment? I feel like it just died right after Bungie left. But yeah, I heard Halo 4 was good. So I really don't know what's going on with the Halo series. I feel like it's just.
Really played a lot of Halo.
Oh yeah. Well, I played it.
I was never a big fan. I thought it was kind of. I played Halo 1 back in college, and I thought it was fucking boring. I was like, oh wow, the same corridor over and over and over again.
I played Halo 2 and 3, which were fun, but it was. I feel like the whole thing about Halo is like it was only for. Let's see if I can do this. Yes! And perfect! Woot! Multiplayer, by the way. Let's see what I unlock. I unlocked something, but yeah. But yes. Halo has been, it's pretty much mainly used for multiplayer. And that's what
it's always been for, is multiplayer. That's the reason why it was so big. I mean, first person campaign in the first Halo wasn't exactly anything to write home about, I didn't think.
No.
But everyone loved the multiplayer aspect of it. It's kind of like the reason why Unreal may have been a fun game, but tournaments where it was at.
Yeah, no one really cared about the story, which is a shame because I think the world of Halo is interesting. If they, they made all that. I think they made did an animatrix type of thing with Halo once upon a time, and a lot of people liked it. I think they're like, man, why can't Halo be like this? And then when they play it, it's like, oh, it's this. But I'm hopeful. Maybe it'll come out. Maybe Halo will actually be good. Let's see what I get here.
So that's telling me the story of the true ending of Mass Effect 3 that the original creator wanted, but then they cocked up. Apparently, Mass Effect 3, you know how it's like, basically AI robots versus organic life forms, right?
Yep.
That's basically what the outcome was. But apparently in the original drafts, the Reapers were actually there to basically, they squash different, squash different like civilizations that reach a certain point in their evolution because they're using dark matter to power their ships, power their weapons, everything else.
Yeah, that was the reason why they had that dark matter thing with what was that mission with gosh, Tally. Tally was like later on. That was going to be the whole thing about was dark energy and everything. They were setting that up, but nope. It's just now became whatever the hell it was.
Well, here's what it was though. The dark people, aliens were all using dark matter, using it up essentially. And what the Reapers are doing is they're squashing them because all these civilizations using dark matter are basically accelerating the heat death of the universe. At least in the Milky Way galaxy.
Yeah.
So as people are using this energy source, it's basically killing the entire galaxy. So that's why the Reapers come in and try to squash them.
Yeah, that would have been interesting, but we didn't get that.
A hell of a lot better than the usual. Oh, the robots are bad, organic good.
Even though we solved that with the what was it the Seth and the Geth, I mean, and the Geth and all the other stuff. We solved that already, but it's just like it's a walking contradiction. It's just it's stupid, and even worse, the middle of the whole Geth mission, you actually get no BS, like Reaper code and everything. Reaper code to actually shut down the Reapers. And I'm like, why can't we use that code to shut down the Reapers again? Oh, bad writing. Yeah. I mean, the gameplay is...
I heard the original creator left during 3, and that's why everything got royally cocked up. Although, the join, assimilate, destroy Reaper option at the very end was canon to apparently what the original writer had in mind.
Yeah.
According to Minnesota, I could be wrong. But still, it sounded like a hell of a lot better of a story than robots bad. Organic life forms. The robots don't like organic life forms.
Yes. Hey Ben, go get this game. It's great. But yeah, it's I tried to looking back at the Mass Effect, and it's nothing but disappointment. Mass Effect 2, I still think it's the best one, and in Mass Effect 3 they tried. There's some good moments, especially the DLC, but everything else I'm like, y'all could have done something so much better with this. Instead, it's like I'm like, man, they really messed up.
Oh yeah, they definitely did.
And I'm like, y'all could have had something really great, but of course.
The thing is that everybody totally rags on Andromeda, but apparently Llama says it's really good. Yeah, I mean, after they patched the face fixes and all that kind of.
Oh God, Andromeda! I played that at launch, and I was just like, why did I waste my money on that? And I was like,
was the story any good though? Because they talk about like.
Oh no, it's not good. It's derivative. It's pretty much the same story of the original Mass Effect. It's just the same story, but instead of being the Pathfinder, instead of like, you're the Pathfinder, you're not the I don't know, N7, dude or whatever. It just replaces the same stuff over and over again. It's a terrible story, and it's frustrating because there's some good stuff. I like the gameplay. Is fun. It's a really fun shooter, and some of the characters I do like, but at the end of the day, I'm just like, there's so much stuff they could have done. Mass Effect could have been a hell of a lot better instead of just being this probably one of the most mediocre titles that came out in that year, Instantly forgotten. In fact, there was going to be planned DLC. If you remember, there was it's going to be about the Quarians and all that type of stuff. Well, guess what? Since it was so bad, the whole game was on hold. You know, I'm like, oh.
Not a good sign.
Nah, yeah. I mean, the only thing like I said, the only thing I really hope was, you know, for the Mass Effect thing is, you know, it actually, you know, maybe we could do something in the future. Maybe a whole reboot of the franchise, because there's so much good stories there. So much good stories, so much good.
I'm surprised that, like, in this remake that they made and released on Steam and everywhere else, that they didn't, like, go in and maybe tweak the story a bit. Just to, number one, fix the fan complaints, which I guess, you know, everyone's like, oh, it's a death surge, I'm not gonna... You play it all the way to the end and die. But, surprised they didn't get a chance to, like, just, like, change a little bit of the lore so it...
actually fits. Heck, maybe make it so it can fit for like Andromeda or whatever. Because never once in the entire Mass Effect series you never hear anything about the Andromeda Initiative at all. So I would think that you would probably find a way to put it in there, at least somewhat there. Because as it stands right now, it just seems like something they pulled right out of their ass. That's what the entire Mass Effect Andromeda is. Just something pulled right out of, it's like, it's pulled right out of the ass, you know? And I'm just like, I'm tired of that type of, like, this type of story and everything. Not actual build-up or anything, just mediocrity and just terrible gameplay, which is what people want nowadays, especially with
story, dude. It's not about gameplay. Why would you want to play a video game for gameplay? Story, dude.
And their stories are terrible. Bargain basement at best. I mean,
yep.
You can't even. I can't even like. I can enjoy like a bad story or something like that, like a cheesy story. I can enjoy that, but these stories they're pushed for. It's like. It's not even fun. They're just mediocre. They're tiresome. Like, come on. I'm like, come on. Y'all could do better than this. I feel like, come on. All this stuff and you're just doing the same thing over and over again, but it's like, oh, we're trying to be, like, oh, we're going to be really, like, this time the person is actually a girl or whatever. I'm like, lame. Do something. Anything.
We're gonna change Nintendo by making it Mario's daughter who's on the adventure.
I'm like, ugh.
Just like they fucked up Bill and Ted, just like they've been. Pretty
I heard Bill and Ted was not that bad.
Oh no, it was fine-ish though, but still, I mean, they retconned the entire thing, made Bill and Ted, who were supposed to be the great ones, look like buffoons, and oh, it was actually their daughters Bill and Ted who were the great ones. And it's like, shut up.
Well, it is. It's just replacement and such.
This is what we're gonna do to be to get more to resurrect these film franchises. We're gonna make it so their daughters carry out the torch. Just wait and watch when you see Indiana Jones. Was this 5 coming out? The one that Harrison Ford apparently broke his shoulder on.
Which is just sad. Why not just do? You know what they should have just done is just like, you know what. Have Indiana Jones fall into some, like, you know, Fountain of Youth thing, and then, have Chris Pratt play him or something. Or any other person there.
Again, here's the thing, is what's going to happen is it'll probably be, in the last one, Shia LaBeouf was...
Oh, God, no. I actually didn't mind that one. I was like, but if I saw Shia LaBeouf take it on, I'm like, no.
Yeah, but here's the thing, is I imagine the next one is going to be Indiana Jones' daughter. That's how these things go. They bring in the female cast of the traditional male movies. Not that I have a big deal with that, but I mean, it's like we can't think of anything original, so here's a table scraps and let's do a gender swap. Especially for a woman, isn't that just the most condescending fucking thing?
Yeah, exactly. It's
you
the
anything of your own. You have to.
It's scraps. It's just like, here you go. Here's the scraps for you. Enjoy. I'm like, no. I mean,
make something new, make something interesting.
heck, Lara Croft is more interesting than doing something like that. But then again, they tried that a couple times and it didn't work. So, which
the Lara Croft movies, I think they did pretty good financially.
Yeah.
With what's her name?
Angelina Jolie. That they did good with them. Then they had that remake, which.
Yeah. Well, no one talks about that one.
I tried to watch it. It was like, man, I like the remake, the games. I'm like the game.
In this game are freaking amazing.
Oh yes, and they look great. I love them.
They're well thought out. They work extremely well. I mean, it's just fantastic what they've done.
Yes.
This is boss fight from the old Sonic game, or just something newer?
No, new. Yeah.
Kind of has that Vector Man look to it, you know?
I actually have like the best thing about like this game is actually the plus is actually it comes out with a Sega Genesis like a look to it, like, oh, this game could have totally played in the Sega. I'm like, nah. I mean,
no, there's too much shit going on into this to ever be put on the Sega.
Genesis, even though it could, but I think if they could put this in the Genesis, it would have blew up. Be like, would have just destroyed it.
Sega Saturn.
Oh yeah, Sega Saturn could have played this.
The physics alone would have destroyed the Genesis.
The only way it could work is probably the 32X. And I died. Thanks, Huey.
How do you die being Super Saiyan?
Because I got crushed. And now I have to do it the old-fashioned way.
You're Super Saiyan Sonic. I mean,
it got crushed. I was crushed.
Kamehameha his ass.
I can't, you know.
Oh, by the way, Duke, in our Discord, blackshepard.games, we're on Saturday, about 5 o'clock Eastern, we're going to have a double feature of movies, and you're welcome to join us.
I'll see if I can make it, because I'm probably going to be just, like, with my, like I said, I'm going to be in New York this entire weekend, so I'm going to be like, oh yeah, it's going to be, I'm going to see if I can make it, because, like, chilling,
We have 2 little-known brilliant movies that we're going to watch. The first one is a movie called PCU, which is made in 1994, and it's kind of like a take on over-politically correct colleges, but it turns out that it's basically foretelling exactly what happened. Like, the vegans have, like, the cool kids, like, throw a hamburger and shit on the vegans and have a protest outside the cafeteria, and so the vegans have to go file, like, complaint forms on how offended they were. And it's just like, oh my god, this isn't even parody at this point. But the other one we're gonna watch is one I found, which is I heard on the Joe Rogan podcast when he interviewed Quentin Tarantino, and it sounds like the most amazing movie ever made. It's called Silent Rage, and it's basically Chuck Norris versus Michael Myers from Halloween.
Huh. I'm surprised.
Chuck Norris hunting down Michael Myers. And Quentin Tarantino says it's an amazing movie, and it sounds like absolutely.
Oh yes, it is. That sounds like something fun. I might actually watch that because
Yeah, it'll be the second movie we watch that night. So.
Oh gosh, because that is something crazy.
It'll be about 7 or 8 o'clock Eastern. So.
Let's see if I can actually. I'm gonna make that because that seems like a fun movie. The only thing to make that even fun would be like, say, if it was like Steven Seagal or something in his prime. And it's like Steven Seagal in his prime taking on something like Michael Myers. Now that would have been fun.
But Chuck Norris is the meme master. That's the difference.
Come on.
Chuck Norris fucking up Michael Myers. That just is the most insane sounding premise of all time.
And got him.
I have to watch this movie.
And of course, Dr. Robotnik gets away after being burnt alive because that's how he rolls.
You got 1 ring.
That's what I need. And
1 whole ring, your lifeline to life.
And oh yes, by the way, those hang gliders are from a Game Gear game. Actually, they actually that's what I love about this game is that they actually callbacks so much.
Yeah, exactly.
The callbacks.
I mean, again, this is the ultimate fan celebration of all things Sonic.
Yeah, and it's unfortunately the one drawback of this game is it connects to Sonic Forces, which is another one of those terrible Sonic games that no one really cares for. Gosh.
Have you ever played Knuckles Chaotix?
Oh, I played it, emulator way back years ago, but
Is it any good?
it's
I kind of get the gist of having like a rubber band.
it's fine, but you have to really, the rubber band stuff can get really annoying, and it can really you're like, man, like it could set you if you're not in the right frame of mind. It could be like one of the best games ever or one of the worst, and especially, yeah. But I'd say give it a shot. I don't know if it's actually out on anything else other than like emulation or something.
I wonder if it's on like some of the Steam Sega collections.
I think it's on one of them.
And God knows there's only about 100 of those Sega collections.
Yeah, there's like 5, 10.
Sega collection.
Yeah. Now they're having a Sonic Origins thing, which that's gonna be fun. I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see how many people. Yeah,
Sonic.
And also, aren't there? Oh, I can't wait for Sonic Prime, which is supposedly coming out next year. And then you have another Sonic thing. I believe Sonic Colors is going to have a cartoon show, which is okay.
I thought I already did.
No, that was Sonic Boom.
Oh, man.
I think that's canceled. And then you have Sonic...
I'm sorry, but the only Sonic cartoon is the one where Steve Urkel voices.
Oh, you're talking about...
the old 90s one.
Or Sonic Underground.
Not even that one.
But yeah, it's gonna be the new game. Also, the Sonic movie, Sonic 2, which is, I think it's finished shooting. I believe. I think it's wrapped. I don't know. I think it is. I don't know. I think it's wrapped. They're gonna probably. I think they're going to be shooting for 2022 or 2023 release. I don't know. But if it is going to be 2022, dang, that is going to be one hell of a stacked year for movies.
Well, I mean, they got so many to make up for from 2020 being bust.
Yeah, pretty much.
2020, the year that the world just fucking stopped.
Yeah, everything just stopped. And all the movies went on... let's see, what went on streaming or whatever. I think the big winner was Trolls World Tour, I believe. That was the big winner.
Here's a question though, like the Emmys or Oscars or whatever the hell they were, the stipulation is that you have to have a film be in theaters in order to earn an Oscar. So that year, the only film that really came out was like Sonic the movie.
Oh, Birds of Prey and Boys. Yes, it was. What was it? Let's see, Bad Boys 3. Bad Boys 3.
Boy.
Bad Boys 3, Birds of Prey, and Sonic. Your top movies of 2020, ladies and gentlemen.
So is that actually what the only ones they could pick from for like the film awards?
No, they said no. That's why I think they waited till this year, so at least they'll say at least some movies to actually they changed the qualifications up. They're like, they include streaming movies.
Circumstances.
Yeah, they are not putting Sonic or and like Birds of Prey or a Martin Lawrence movie. They'll put a Will Smith movie there, but they'll be like, Martin Lawrence.
Bad Boys Forever was not good, but Sonic was not bad.
Yes, could you imagine that at the Best Picture, Ricky Gervais, looking at like the Best Picture nominees and see Sonic the Hedgehog? I think you'd just be like, I'm done. like, F it. I don't care anymore. The winner is Sonic the Hedgehog. Screw you all. You deserve this.
I just think it's just been funny seeing all these big name Hollywood actors just watching their smug faces as Sonic the Hedgehog wins movie of the year.
Oh,
just
gosh.
imagine them having to sit in this fucking
the auditorium
stage
where they pretty much they kicked out all the homeless people out that were living there, which is true, by the way. They actually kicked out all the homeless people out, to say, oh, we're trying to help these, we're for the people and everything. Oh, yeah, oh, you're homeless? Screw you, get out. But yeah, and then have Sonic win Best Picture, which was a crime they didn't even nominate. I'm like, man, they couldn't even nominate.
What actors really do with homeless people is really the definition of champagne socialist.
That's why I just don't care. I'm like, I don't care what y'all say. It's actions. And if y'all want to, boot people out, I'm like, oh, well, hey, that's what you are.
At the same time, they're probably squatting, so I'm not saying that they deserve to be there.
Yeah, but they're
at
like,
the same time, I mean, were these people like taken to any type of like places where they? Here's the thing: is most homeless people are mental homeless. They're like not like they're kind of like insane.
Yeah.
Because we have such horrible mental health in this country, they just kind of get like bounced around from one mental house to another. But they say that most people who are homeless, on average, are only homeless for maybe about 5 months, and then they end up finding some type of work. They kind of get back on their feet, and there's plenty of outreach places.
Oh yeah, which is good.
Groups they can do. But the people who are like recurring homeless are people who are either addicts, like to drugs or alcohol, or people who are just like mentally
unfit. They just can't. They just can't
people
hack
who are
it.
like clinically insane, like people who don't even know where they're at.
Yeah. So I'm like, people who need help, that desperately need help, probably aren't gonna, they're just like, just put them in the street. Who cares? That type of stuff, which I can't stand. But
if these actors want to help out, they probably would have ushered some of these people off to like, ushered though, but encouraged them to go to a place where they could get like proper help. I mean, food, a bed, and some way of,
actually getting help,
treatment that they may need. Yeah, like alcohol rehab, that kind of stuff. Because apparently I can't remember who I was listening to though, but they were like a psychologist. It wasn't Jordan Peterson, but it was someone else, and they said that people who are addicted to a substance genuinely don't realize they're addicted. Like when you're like drinking, trying to get the last drop of alcohol from a bottle you find in the garbage, because you're that much of an alcoholic, you don't even realize what you're doing.
Yeah, it's really is messed up.
Just absolutely shocking. But yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Still, Sonic winning Best Movie of the Year would have been amazing.
Oh well. Yeah, but there's always, like I said, Sonic 2. It has Knuckles in it, which is I'm hopeful it's going to be at least halfway decent. You have Tails, you have Knuckles, which is good. Ah, yes. My favorite part of the level. Oh. Well, I'm about to... Oh, let's see, I got some people watching on Periscope. That's really nice. I'm looking at all the stuff here, people watching. But I like this part of the level. Press Garden Zone. I think one of my favorite new zones. Really cool. Just utterly relaxing, It's just relaxation. Like, man. Yep. Knocking out the stuff. And the music. Like I said, the people behind this did one heck of a job. They're just like hit every type of note. With Sonic and everything. Oh, jump.
So I posted a picture of my in BSG. I posted a picture of my new chair. I got a Secret Labs Titan, and it's so comfortable. And I'm not paid to endorse this. Don't worry about it. The shit I actually like, I don't get paid to endorse.
Oh yeah,
but
same here.
I got this chair, right? And I posted a picture of it, and in the BSG chat, and Saren Dragon says, and here we see where Matt questions his life decisions. And I wrote back, No, that's me comparing the distance from the bathtub to the electrical outlet and the length of the toaster cord.
Oh man, but yeah, that's great. But yeah, I need to get one of those new chairs too, because my chairs.
It was surprisingly affordable, and apparently they have like 3-year. Apparently you get like a so many year
warranties and such.
But then you also get an additional 2 years if you just tweet or put on Instagram a picture of your new chair. So basically, they say, yeah, we'll pay you to social media this.
Yeah, just please, just go and buy our stuff. We need more advertising.
No. Advertising is the bane of everything in the world right now, so probably not.
Oh yeah, 2 years, 3 years. But I'm just like this. I'm done with that. And move on. Okay, nice. But yeah, need to get new chairs and everything, because my chair is like over at least like 5 years old. So I'm like, it works, but I'm like, maybe it's time to get a new one.
If it works, it works, dude. I wouldn't waste money on a chair that. See, I was sitting in a garden chair, like one of those fold out lawn chair thingies with like little beer cozy.
Oh yeah, those type of chairs.
Yeah, that's what I was sitting on at my computer. So this is what I needed. This wasn't an act of me just being like, oh, this looks cool. Although it did look cool, but this is also an act of me being like, yeah, I freaking need a chair.
Yeah, you eventually need to get one of those chairs. Which
if I'm working from home, I need to have a chair where I can actually like sit and enjoy it.
Yeah, actually, you feel like it's comfortable instead of just like, oh crap, I'm sitting in a chair that's like, bargain basement chair, and your back is all messed up. You don't want that type of chair. Which I actually have, been in that type of situation. It's not fun. It is not fun to have in that type of chair of just being like this almost permanently uncomfortable. You're like,
yeah, especially if you're gonna spend hours a day in it. Like I could technically count this as almost like a work expense if I could actually deduct my taxes, but
yeah,
I don't have enough money to deduct shit yet. I don't think. I need to double check the laws in England.
Yeah, let's see. And out of there. You can find any of that stuff, especially like in US. You can find some really good workarounds and all that type of stuff if you really want to. But yeah, just get as comfortable chairs. Get a comfortable seat, because honestly, it's not fun to be in those situations.
If you're not comfortable while you're working or while you're spending so many hours a day on your ass, I mean, again, this is mostly a work thing and also gaming, but this is something I needed to work for work, because if I'm going to spend 10 hours a day sitting somewhere, I want to make sure it's at least somewhat comfortable.
Yeah.
Truna's done with work, she says, hoops.
Alright, and jump right in the crotch, and there he goes. Take down the big machine.
Well done.
There you are. And you know what?
You beat the ninjutsu robot.
And shots with the dick, which that's how you kill most robots, ninjas. One shot with the dick. Oh, there's Metal, and there's Eggman. And Sonic just stood there. Of course he did. Then again, we all know it's canon that Robotnik is faster than Sonic, because Sonic, in Sonic 1, I believe, he couldn't catch Robotnik. I'm like, wait. He's like, Robotnik's like 400 pounds, and you can't catch this man? You can't catch this dude? Really?
Hey, Jim Carrey's not that thick.
I'm gonna say this. I wish Danny DeVito was the one to play it. I like Jim Carrey as Robotnik.
Oh my god, yes.
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito as Dr. Robotnik.
Yes.
Why was this never considered?
Because Hollywood is uncreative. That's why.
I mean, we wanted him for Detective Pikachu. We didn't get it. That was a pisser.
And we got Ryan Reynolds, so that's like the.
Ryan Reynolds is good, but Danny DeVito, I mean, you can't beat that. Who wants rum ham? Your mom's a whore.
I don't think Nintendo would have that, but maybe Sega would have probably been like, well, would have been okay with that.
They probably would have been okay with it just for the meme factor. I mean, if you're gonna make a movie based on a video game, you might as well, right?
Exactly. Make fun with it. Have some fun.
At least get people talking about it. That's the most important thing. I mean, I think even like that shit design that they had for Sonic originally, I think that helped them in the long run.
Oh yeah, it was.
It just caught so much attention. People were like, oh my god, this looks like ass. And the minute the guy's like, okay, we're gonna do it right, and they showed like a better version of it. People were like, oh okay, I guess I'll watch this movie now, which originally may never have had any interest in whatsoever. So basically, they kind of guilt trip people into watching the movie.
I was gonna watch it regardless, man. I was gonna watch it anyway. I was like, this is like it's gonna be like a complete.
Well, there's people who we're just gonna watch it just because there's a trick with persuasion, and it's basically reciprocation.
Mm-hmm.
This level's gorgeous, like Kuhn says. This level is amazing. All the constellations,
the vines, and such. There's no real bad looking level in this game.
Oh no, there isn't. Absolutely gorgeous. But like I was saying, the reciprocation. You do something for somebody, people feel like they have to do something back for you. That's a huge trick for persuasion. Because if you do something like without any intention of being paid back, people kind of feel like they owe you.
Yeah, but yeah, I was gonna see that movie regardless, because I'm like, well, if it's gonna be terrible, at least it'll be something fun, at least something funny, so I can make fun of. That's what it is. But here's the sad part: the best video game adaptations, the best stuff right now for video games, is I think Castlevania, which is now over, and Sonic. It's Sonic. I'm like, and this Halo series, which may or may not happen, which I'm still casting doubt at this point.
I still think the original Mortal Kombat movie, as cheesy as it is, people say it's a bad movie.
Oh no, it's great. I will say it's great.
It's still good.
Oh yes, it's really good.
Nostalgia glasses, fine. I'll give you that. Like Jay from Red Letter Media thinks it's a shit movie, and people just like it because of nostalgia.
I can see why some people. I can see why some people might hate it, because
it's not high art, but it's certainly better than the new Mortal Kombat movie.
Well, I would say it's better than Annihilation, which is.
Oh god, yeah. Well, not much can be worse than Annihilation.
Yeah, it's
here's the thing, though, is like there's some great scenes, some great fighting, lots of good gore, and Kano steals the
entire show
in the new one. Problem is it's still kind of garbage, especially when your main character, his superpower is getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, that's the problem with.
I get a bracelet from my daughter, and every time I get hit, I get stronger, and it's like your superpower is absorbing damage like your Black Panther.
No, exactly. It's like your main power is A, to get your ass whooped, and B, people are like, oh, this is cute. No, it's not cute. It's not actually cute at all. It's terrible.
This isn't a superhero. This is a loser.
Yes.
A loser with superpowers.
And I'm like, why? Could someone tell me why Johnny Cage wasn't there?
I imagine it's probably because if you look at the movie, it has like. It is Mortal Kombat, but there's heavy Asian influences. I wonder if China didn't want a Asian male lead. They're saving it for the sequel for some reason.
By the way, I'm just surprised that they didn't really do much with they just made Liu Kang and him they made him even more one note. Then they were like, wow, it's possible you made him even more one note.
I mean, at least the original movie tried to give Liu Kang some type of reason to be fighting. I mean, you killed my brother, versus I'm Liu Kang, I'm the chosen one. Da, 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 da. And that's it.
Gosh.
I'm the chosen one.
Yes.
That's my entire arc. I'm the chosen one.
And I'm like, they didn't even do it. I'm like, they just focused on this other dude, which I didn't care for at all. I'm like, I understand. I'll say this. I understand why they couldn't do the tournament, because in the games, there's only 2 tournaments. That's it. Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal Kombat 2. Everything else is Outworld versus Earth Realm and such. You know?
See, I was hoping that the new guy would just turn out to be like proto Johnny Cage, like Johnny Cage before he got an acting career. You know, he's washed up. He's a MMA fighter who is at the end of his rope, and maybe he gets a movie career or fame and fortune some way. But nope. He's a original character who's
do not steal. I'm like, no. Why is he there? There's other characters in Mortal Kombat, and I think people are saying that, oh, that's the reason why they get one of the other characters in Mortal Kombat. I don't know, one of the future kids or whatever. I'm like, then why not just put them in there in the first place or something?
See, now here's another thing I hate about the new Mortal Kombat games is why do you have your children as characters that you can tear the arms off of, squish the heads, turn inside out, explode? It just seems really weird when Jax is tearing Jacqueline's arms off.
Yeah, that's
the entire family dynamic feels really out of place in the fucking Mortal Kombat game. I understand maybe they want to like
have a little fun with it, but I think that's what it is.
Torch, but it just seems like horribly unthought out.
That's the problem with Mortal Kombat, is that they just did not really think most of these things through, which, you know, that
would actually explain a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, meanwhile of this, but yeah, that's the problem with the whole Mortal Kombat series, is that they just flew at the seat of their pants and said, hopefully that works, and then when it didn't work, screw it, just reboot everything.
Yep. And they have it's canon that they can reboot the series whenever they want because of Chronica. You can, in Mortal Kombat 11, there's Chronica, who's the goddess of time or whatever the hell it is, and that
she was the real version.
Other dimensions and other versions of Mortal Kombat throughout time, and there's been thousands of versions that have come and gone because the timeline can just change in a whim.
And then they killed her, then they came back. It's all weird. It's all weird.
Liu Kang is God.
Yeah, Liu Kang is God now, and I'm like, okay. It's just like, it's weird. It's all weird and so contradictory.
I didn't buy 11. 10 was great. 11, I'm just like, I'm out.
I'm like, 10 look fine, but I'm like, I'm sitting here waiting for, funny thing is, 11 is on the Switch, and I'm like, should I even think about getting it? So I'm like, I'm like, but I already have Smash Brothers, so I'm like, what's the point of me getting? I'm like, what's the point of me getting of that another pointless fighting game unless someone gave it to me or something as a gift or whatever,
Yep. The big thing is just 11 just kind of rubs me the wrong way in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it got that. It's the Mortal. It's the Let's see, what is it? I'm trying to get this on the right. Oh dear.
God, this level's gorgeous.
Yep. I think I saved the animals. Yay. Oh, now run, little furry friends. Be free. But yeah. The problem with Mortal Kombat 11 is because, my personal thing, it was because of let's see, DC. Gosh, what was it? Injustice. That thing, that series, just Injustice was just their storyline. I played the first one, was fine. Injustice was okay, but the problem with
it was the usual Superman goes bad story plot, though.
Yeah, it was that, and I'm just like, I'm getting a little sick of that. I'm getting a little tired of that type of stuff, and I like the that type of storyline, but I'm getting a little sick of the whole storyline of that. Just me. I'm just getting tired of it.
You, the DC fan, is getting sick and tired of the Justice League stories?
It's getting predictable at this point, and I'm just tired of it. I'm just like, can you just do something a lot more interesting? Because I think there is a story to be told with that character, with evil
Piggies.
Superman.
Sonic Piggies.
But I'm just getting like, oh, there's Silver Sonic. I think that's from. All right. Oh, no.
You kill him, he turns into a piggy.
Right. Come on. And now let's see if I can somehow. And I died. And the pig just got me. But yeah, I just hope that they can do something interesting with these characters.
Well, they could do a kind of crossover of Mortal Kombat and DC because that was so successful the first time.
Because I remember the cut content with Joker actually killing folks, which was fun. And they had to stop doing it because Joker won't kill. We don't have DC characters killing. I'm like, why would you make a Mortal Kombat versus DC crossover?
They do heroic brutalities.
I'm like, that's my question. Why put them in that game in the first place? You know, that's my thing.
Bad guys kill, but not the heroes. And it's like, I'm sorry, but Superman pile drives you into the ground with his fists. You're dead.
Unless you're like,
in the head.
Well, unless you're someone like I don't know, Wonder Woman or whatever, she might like that stuff. But you know.
Well, they also did it. All the characters crossed over, so even Joker got superpowers. I mean, I guess they kind of did something similar with Injustice, where it was a superhero pill.
Yeah.
You take a pill and become a superhero, and so Joker can basically fight Superman because there's no other way to remotely.
Yeah, well.
A good reason for Superman not to just kill everybody.
Other than his, like, you know, morality and such. Come on, one more hit. Let's see. No. Come on. Got it.
Yeah.
And now Sonic is running. Get some. This. And there's Robotnik. Of course he is. And Robotnik gave Metal the Phantom Ruby, so now he becomes this Akira clone. And now he's going to just try to destroy Sonic. Because that does not, won't come back and harm Robotnik. No, not at all.
That's right, but this version of Metal Sonic is fucking nightmare inducing.
Yes, the Akira, like, you know, gosh, because it is Akira type of look. Look at it. It is. It's Akira. If you remember that anime or manga and all that type of stuff. Gosh, that was so long ago.
You know what it reminds me of is Rocket Knight Adventures.
And I did it. And by the way, I think that is actually had a remake. By the way.
Oh, Rocket Knight. Oh yeah, I should look it up on Steam. Shit. Where's my head?
There's so much remasters coming out right now, and
nobody has an original idea. That's
all the original ideas are being stopped because of you know, COVID and all that stuff. They had remote stuff, which is, you know. Let's see. Oh, and I'm dead. Of course. Try to get. See, wait. This is probably gonna be the last level because I have, like, you know, I gotta prepare like some other stuff. So after this, I'm gonna end the stream. So hopefully you guys hope you enjoyed this, me playing this beautiful game, and just reminded what Sonic used to be. Great, and could be again if, you know, the powers that be, you know, let Sonic fans who actually, you know, who know what they're doing for the most part, let them make Sonic games. Yep.
Hey, Rocket Knight is $3.
Yep.
80% off. Jesus.
Yeah, man. There's some good deals out there. Oop. In fact, I got like a really good deal for. Remember our Bullet Storm? I got that for like $3 on Steam. That including it was with the what was that? Gosh, what was it? Oh, the Duke Nukem the Duke Nukem version as well, which
The what?
the Duke Nukem version of Bulletstorm. That was like $3, by the way.
Yeah, I think. Pretty sure I have it though.
I didn't know I didn't have any rings. But yeah, it's one that is just you can find some good Steam deals. But
Yeah, if you get Bulletstorm full clip edition on Steam, it's gonna run you $4, and then the Duke Nukem expansion is like 50 cents.
yeah, it's a shame because I really enjoyed that when it first. I remember playing that. I was like, man, this was so much fun.
So much better than the Duke Nukem we did get.
Yeah, and it's a shame that you know that no one actually picked up Bulletstorm when it came out, because it was. I was like, this could be a good franchise and such, but instead it's just, well, who cares?
Yeah, that's the thing is I'm one of those people in that that list that never played Bulletstorm.
Oh, I got it when it first came out.
It looked good though.
It was fun. It was probably one of the most ambitious first-party first-person shooters I played, and I'm like, man, I was like,
Although,
very
if
pissed.
you want some classic Duke Nukem action, Ion Fury is an homage to Duke Nukem. Is actually $10, so it's 60% off. Also a fun game.
Joe.
And Duke Nukem 20th Anniversary World Tour is just $2.
Well, it is, and that's like I said, there's some good stuff. Yeah, Duke, but my hope one day is that maybe Bulletstorm could get the respect it deserves, But who knows?
If more people play the Duke Nukem expansion, I imagine probably would.
Yeah, it's one of the most underrated first-person shooters out there, and it actually looked like it had fun while doing it, which is actually people having fun while playing. A first-person shooter is like impossible in some, like, it has to be this super serious, story in some places. But no, you can have a fun first-person shooter, that sort of stuff. Which it seems like people seem to forget that. Everything's like, oh, it has to be super serious. No, it doesn't. It can be fun. Instead of these, like, boring, bland, oh, I have to do this because insert revenge or whatever. No. There's no revenge stuff. It's nice and fun.
So, on Steam, Square just announced they're re-releasing Final Fantasy 1 through 6.
Oh, yes. This could have been on the PC. They could have put this on the PC. They put it on the PC, but they couldn't put it on the Switch for reasons, I believe. I have no idea why they haven't put this on consoles yet.
I'm curious what this is supposed to look like, because I'm looking at Final Fantasy 6 and I don't have any screenshots of it.
This is pretty much a grift.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a grift. It looks like the Game Boy Advance versions.
which are fine, but you're like, I'm not paying like $60 for a GameCube Advance version.
Well, yeah, they want $12 a pop. Fuck's that.
Oh, hell no.
Sorry, but maybe 6. 6 is great, but
yeah, I'm like, I'm not buying that stuff for I'm like, nah.
Plus, if you want to get 6, there's a hack version that's called Brave New World, where they do take out some of the meme-worthy elements of 6, like being able to suplex a train, but they kind of redesign a lot of the elements of the game. It's mostly the same game, the original game, but then they do things like change retranslate it so it's better than the Super Nintendo version. They make sure that every character is fairly unique to play as, so like there's not like a handful of characters who just kind of meh. And then I think you can do things like characters can have like they can dual wield. There's different like stats you can take into account. Just a handful of other little tweaks that, if you played Final Fantasy VI, it might be worth checking out because it's a improved, fan-driven, many years in the making reimagining, but faithful reimagining.
Yeah, that seems fun, but I'm not into like the Final Fantasy stuff. I'm just because again, I was late in the party of Final Fantasy because the first Final Fantasy I played was, I believe, Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah, that was the worst one to get into personally. I hated 8. I hated it so much. I played the entire thing through. Be Ultima, or whatever his name was,
the time compression, all that type of stuff, which is...
It was ridiculous. It was just so ridiculous. And the plot was the most incoherent anime mess before I even knew what an anime incoherent story was.
Yeah, it is. Final Fantasy VIII. That's the one thing I've never really forgave Square for. And then I was like, okay, maybe that was a bad thing. And then I did something crazy. I played Final Fantasy X, which there was some good stuff on it, but I was like, I just didn't care for it.
Nobody plays 9 enough. 9 is great.
I heard some good things about 9, but I just like, man, I think it's the reason why people have a against 9 or whatever. It's because it was on the PS1. It was like
6, 7, and 9. If you can play 6, 7, and 9, you're set.
Yep, and there he is. And of course he's setting up bombs. But let's say this, as Robotnik, as big as he is, he seems he has a lot of, he is a man of many talents. Dude knows how to snorkel, build robots, and I'm like, why the heck is he so huge then? I mean, dude should be lost at least 100 pounds at this point. Jump. And now we're the ones piloting up. No.
Depth charges.
Good job. I think Supersonic is necessary. Oh no. But you never know. 2. Let's see. And 3. And yet somehow Robotnik had his not fallen off or whatever. It's like his head just like, nope, I could take, I don't know what's protecting him. Like, probably one hell of a swim cap. And jump. Oh, you can actually jump on these. Not jump, but actually keep this along. See how long you can keep this in the air. And, oh, you can't pop anything out. That was in Sonic 3, actually. You jump it like, okay, if it kept getting up higher and higher and longer, boom. You could actually get like an item box or whatever.
Kuna Drake says she has a copy of Final Fantasy IX, and she says the story is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. And I think that Final Fantasy IX, again, it hurt itself. Square hurt itself for putting it on the PS1. I think if it would have saved that for PS2, I think it would have a lot more positive reaction. A positive, instead of this, underground type of thing, that would people would be like, wow, Final Fantasy IX is great. But,
Yeah, because it was kind of a return to form from their previous.
Yeah.
Everything got really steampunk for a while. Although here's the thing: is Final Fantasy VIII, the beginning is actually really interesting. You're in a school for
a school for
or
assassins.
whatever, for orphans, and they train you to become assassins, and then you have to kill like this tyrant tyrant sorceress, and everything's really interesting up until then. Then the minute that Squall quote dies by getting a depending on which fan theory you read, getting a ice shiv through the heart, everything goes immediately downhill.
Yeah. It was just, I think, oh my goodness, I realized something. It's like My Hero Academia, but a 90s version of it. That's what Final Fantasy VIII was. If you really sit and break it down. Gosh, that is just another reason why I never liked Final Fantasy VIII. It's just like, they have this great idea, but most people are like, oh.
Shot themselves in the foot. Yep.
Because I think there is good idea. There's some good ideas there, but just like, and now my cat is just like, you know, he's just lying. No, he is just lying in front of my door, trying to be like, he is the gatekeeper. Like, I am the one who owns this place. And then he stares at me like I go, like I'm the one, the crazy one. That's why just sometimes my cat is like, you know, he knows more than he lets on. And he's just like, what? I'm not the bad guy, even though I knocked all this stuff down and everything else. I'm the good person here.
Kuna Drake says, she's okay with 8, even with the weird plot twist. Yeah, well, it does kind of lend, the weird plot twist does kind of lend to the fact that the fan theory that Squall is actually dying after he got the ice spear through his heart, and everything else is just like a death row hallucination because none of it makes any sense. It's almost like dream logic. So that's kind of interesting, and it also plays to the fact that towards the very end, you know, when he's in the time compression or whatever the hell it is, and you see like the white feather, which usually in Japan is kind of like a symbol of death.
Well, you could see that at the beginning of the game.
Makes...
I think when they're fighting with Squall or something. No, not Squall. Fighting with Cypher.
Cypher, yeah. Not Sephiroth.
It's like they're.
Yeah, you see the basically kind of the same thing, but it does kind of lend a little bit of credence to the death theory that Squall's actually dead at the end, and everything's a dream hallucination at the very, very end when he's back at the school and everything's happy and everything. That's heaven. But let's see. Guardian system is interesting. Yeah, the Guardian system is interesting. The draw system's kind of a pain after a while.
Can you actually summon the devil or something?
Yes, Diablo, where he basically uses gravity and compresses you.
Yeah.
Here's the thing though. If you take Final Fantasy 8 or 9 on the PlayStation, and you run them through an emulator, disc, whatever, and you upscale the graphics so they're like, you know, 1080p, it looks like a high-res PlayStation 2, possibly PlayStation 3 game. Like in Final Fantasy 8, you can actually see the textures on the characters' faces. Characters actually have like full faces, full, perfectly texturized faces. And it's brilliant to see.
Yeah, well, so that's pretty much right there for the remaster.
Yep, but they've never done it though. They've never upscaled the graphics. I think maybe 8 has, but they certainly haven't done that with 9 yet. I don't believe.
Now that'd be something better than.
I was asking, have you ever played Suikoden?
Suikoden. Never. I haven't played that. Well, at least I'll say this about Final Fantasy. At least, you know. Gosh, by the way, did you see that? Oh gosh, the guy hunting for chaos, and I'm like, is this what?
Oh boy, yeah, the new Final Fantasy 1 reimagined or whatever it is, and it's like chaos, and I'm going to kill chaos.
I'm like,
chaos,
what type of
chaos.
2008 gameplay is this?
And plus, it's also basically God of War. I'm gonna kill chaos.
I'm like, this is what it is now.
Yes, it's hot garbage is what it is.
Yes, got it. But yeah, it's just, I'm like, why is this person doing all this? It seems like it's screaming midlife crisis, dude. He's screaming midlife crisis man. That's what he is. He's screaming midlife crisis man. That's what this guy is. And they're like, you know, instead of a fishing trip, let's go and hunt chaos. Which is so sad. I'm like, you know what? Oh my gosh! I said this when I did my preview, my review of E3. It said it reminded me of. You ever saw the Ed Boll movie in Return of the King? That was like the dude remind me of was it Jason Statham or whatever? And he was like farmer. That was he would remind me of. That was that dude remind me of. I'm like, oh my gosh. It just comes right back to Uwe Boll. That's what it remind me of. But that's just me. And let's see before that. Oh, bye Knuckles. Who cares about him anyway? Anyway, you know what? I think it's time for us to head out. See y'all later. Thanks for joining me, Matt. You know, check out Black Shepherd Games and with their stream and all this stuff.
Games.
Yes.
But yeah, Duke, seriously, one evening we need to actually sit and watch some of those retro WWF WrestleManias from like the 80s, 90s.
Yes, that would be a lot better than going outside or doing anything, because you know, it'd be like, you know, I don't want to melt.
In some places you can't go outside and do things.
And in this heat, this might be the best. That might be the best option. All right, man. Thank you very much for joining me, people, and I'll see y'all when I see y'all later.
You're gonna know Yuffie sucks.
Yes, Yuffie is always terrible.